minds of soldiers post Idrang Valley. What, like, monumental, because we realized we had a real fight on our hands.
I'll tell you, anytime you're a soldier on the ground trying to keep from getting killed, your head's pretty well messed up.
But in general, I mean, that was not, we realized that this was, that, if I'm not mistaken, that was a monumental battle for revealing what we had on our hands.
Oh, well, that's true too, yeah.
And this was not going to be a cakewalk.
Yeah, it was serious business.
Serious business, yeah. Let's see. Dad, when this is so one of the last, I think, combat questions I'm going to ask. When your job as a helicopter, an air ambulance pilot in Vietnam, involves on-the-fly decision making as to whether or not it was appropriate or worth the risk to get into an LZ and do your job or not. How many was it not uncommon to be on an approach and then turn away and say this is not something we can?
That was very uncommon, but it did.
Oh, it was uncommon.
Yeah.
But it did happen when the LZ's too hot or it's.
Yeah, we were supposed to. We had a situation where going into an LZ, you're in radio contact with people on the ground, and you have different types of smoke grenades.
Yeah.
And you tell them to pop smoke, and you don't identify the color until you see it, and you report that back, and
they confirm
to make sure that you're going into an area that's occupied by friendly troops.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we did on most occasions. But if you've read the stuff that I get, some of the people I evacuated on Facebook, there's one that says, you were the most remarkable helicopter pilot because you knew how to get in and out of a hot LZ.
Well, good. Okay. So when it comes to your
that was
average. Okay, so you had good. Yeah, but that was you had a good success rate for getting in and getting out.
Good. Yeah, and I had a good instructor.
Yeah.
You were
as a co-pilot.
And clearly you were a good student.
Huh?
And clearly you were a good
damn good
student.
Pilot, yeah.
I was what?
You were a good pilot.
A good and a good student.
Yeah. Well, oh yeah. Yeah, I graduated #1 from Rotary Wing School. Class.
What was now? What's the? Just talk a little bit about what's that big 3-day engagement you were in? Kind of the
Trung Long.
Trung Long.
Yeah.
And so what was about? When did that occur, and where did it occur, and who did it involve?
It was June 19th through the 22nd. 1966 involved a brigade, 101st Airborne Division.
101st.
And it was the enemy was a brigade of North Vietnamese.
Where was this taking place geographically?
Geographically, it was about the middle of the country. Well, the area was 2 corps.
Okay.
You look at a map and it shows about the 4 corps.
Were you technically in North Vietnam or South
No,
Vietnam?
no, never in North Vietnam.
Okay, we were in South Vietnam. Got it.
No. The only people that went to North Vietnam, I guess, were Air Force and Navy.
Okay.
Bombing runs.
Yeah. All right. So this was happening close to the border.
Well, it was close to the
17th parallel.
Laotian border, and
Okay. All right.
it was close to the South China Sea.
So this was a big battle.
Yeah, damn big battle. Yeah.
3 days.
3 days, yeah.
And how many sorties do you think you flew during that battle? Is it hard to
I have no idea. We would just
fly
one after another. The average sortie would take 10 to 15 minutes back from the battlefield back to the battalion medical facility. Tent with the surgeons and stuff, and nurses and surgeons and stuff.
And you said that this probably, this was in June
It
of
was in
'66?
June the 19th through the 27th.
How long had you been in the country?
3 months.
Oh, man. And what was your position at this time? Were you the pilot, or were you co-pilot?
I was a co-pilot.
Co-pilot at that time. Okay.
Now, does that mean that you did most of the flying of those sorties?
No, the aircraft commander decides whether he's going to fly or you're going to fly.
Gotcha.
So, so an aircraft commander who has someone that he knows he can rely on as a pilot will tell the pilot to take over. But usually the aircraft commander will want to approach the LZ and take off from the LZ as handling the aircraft.
Gotcha.
But you have run into people within the last several decades who were on your helicopter
Oh yeah,
that were involved in that battle and others that you did medevac.
that's right.
And you have formed relationships with them, and they're appreciative.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah. Approach this one with caution, Dad. But what regrets, if there is a regret that you would cite about, I don't know, I don't really like that question, but what is a regret that's
My regret was that the United States was even involved
Got
in
it.
Vietnam.
Got it. Okay, so let's shift gears a little bit.